It was very difficult because, you know, what you do is you split your personality. At least I did. Yeah. When I leave for the road, I'm all business.
Really?
You know, I don't want to hear it about my home. I don't want to hear it about what, I mean, as far as thinking about that, I'm primarily concerned with what I do. When I come home, I don't want to hear about the road. And that's the only way I can work it. I can't work it any other way.
You've got to compartmentalize.
I find it's the only way I can work, because if I don't do that, what happens is you start living one day where you say, okay, fine, I'm home till noon, and I'm going to be the father till noon, and then the phone rings and business comes up, and then it interrupts that. This way you shut that out when you're home. You say, look, I'm home, don't bother me.
And I think people, too, especially in terms of, I know there's stereotypes and everything, but maybe when people think of jazz musicians, when we saw you play, it looked so easy, and I think people forget the kind of discipline and the kind of concentration and the kind of
I wish it was that easy.
Yeah.
When I think of the beating that I've put on myself over the years trying to do that, and not just me, I think a lot of other players, you know, it's a beating mentally, it's a beating physically, because you're hopping time zones, you're eating at the wrong times, you're eating the wrong things, you're up too late, you're up too early, you know. It's not a good life, really.
Why is it that jazz, in spite of people like you, has not developed that really mass popular appeal?
For the same reason that classical music hasn't. I threw you with that answer, right? You want to comment on that answer?
No, I want you to comment on that answer.
I answered you. For the same reason.
What, education? People aren't educated to it?
That's all. It's for the same reason that they, you know, you will find the easiest things thrown out to the masses on the media, with all due respect to the media that I'm on at this time, because it's very easily gotten rid of, that they digest it, there's not a lot of thinking involved in it. On the Grammy Award show, I think you would have, if you did see it, or any part of it, you would have to admit that it was dominated by the disco music, right? When I think about this, and I reflect on the fact that they read off the classical awards like a roll call, and the fact that Jan Pierce came out there and got maybe 3 hand claps, and in the afternoon a man of the stature, with the stature of David Raxon, walked out, and they didn't even recognize that he was on stage, and read names like Vladimir Horowitz for the best album, and he gets one of these.